Hey, I'm here now. I know you'll miss me so dearly. You were, you were sitting at the edge of your seat, thinking, when's Cell gonna come back? Oh, ooh, ooh, diddly dee. That's exactly what you said. That word for word. I, and to that I say, now, now's the time that I came back. Now I'm here. And I said it just like that. I said it in those words. I'm saying those words right now, so you can So you can testify for yourself that that's the words how I said them. Whatever. I it I didn't think the game would tell me if I. This is a very I did not realize they would recount these specific beats with the um I forget what beats are. We're at the of seventh of Sevi Islands. Sevi is not a number, so we just had to go with the next closest thing. Um, I only have this stretch of area to go. I don't even know, and then I won't know what to do next with myself. But it's fine. If nothing else, it's the perfect time to just like chat about our life choices, our life choices specifically. Like the one time where I did several for like where I did like several 4-hour streams of the same game. Wow, I was so naive back then, like a week or two ago. Like, yeah, that was me. I can't believe how much has changed since then. Um, but anyways, I suppose, I don't know what I suppose. I suppose a lot of things about myself and about the people around me, because I don't know everything. So I'm left to fill in the blanks by myself. But, that being said, yeah, I don't know I don't know what to talk about. I'm in a weird place. I'm not in a weird... The place I'm in is my home. Like, just saying that I'm going back to the center because I'm cheap and I don't want to use a single status restoring item. But, yeah. I didn't really know what to stream today. I was kind of in between several ideas. I have, speaking of the games that I've been playing a lot and love to play, I'm doing that right now. That's the standard I strive towards every time I do a thing. Um, but yeah, I keep getting off topic. I keep trying to yes and myself, and yes, it is silly. It often devolves into silliness. Can you tell I'm trying to, you know, fill in the void of my heart? Yeah. I've been incessantly playing Splatoon Raiders since the last time I did on stream, and I made another mistake. If Turtwig goes out against a freaking Exploud, I think I might be screwed. I don't know, I just didn't think a snore attack would be considered sound and could flinch people so readily. That's the other problem, I don't think that much. But yeah. Yeah, I'm at the I'm at the bottom floor of the bottomless buffet, and I'll probably stream that along with anything else I haven't gotten around to. Anyways. As for what I'll do besides then, since then, and after then, I don't know. I think I just kind of like am going through the motions a little bit. Just a little bit. I have ideas of what I want to do, but I feel like the main thing about it is just timing. Am I gonna be okay, actually? I mean, probably. Yeah, probably. It's weird, you know, like I have for like the foreseeable past been like visibly struggling with motivating myself to do things, but the fact that I'm the fact that I'm here same time, same place, except I was a little late today because I wanted to eat ice cream and Panadol to make myself feel better. But besides that, the fact that this is a regular activity I've upkept that's not like a social obligation or anything, it certainly says something. I don't know what, it doesn't have a mouth, so I couldn't tell you exactly what. But yes. That was the long and short of what I was trying to say this whole time. I wonder if I'll get to read more Braille today. I'm sure that's everyone's favorite part of the experience. I know it's mine. Not really, but I'm faking a smile just to bear through it. Pokemon is so cool, I wish foxes were real. Preach, fish. Preach, tiered fish. Preach. Preach. I also wish uh, this dinosaur, these things were real, all of them. Maybe not the mimes, but you get what I'm saying. What's the deal with serial cat just that trains are asked to refrain from touching plants in the canyon. I remember that you used to be able to use the cut HM to cut down patches of grass in one of the older games. That's what the note is about, not damaging the plants. What not damaging the greenery around here made me think of. Yes, Fish, very astute observation. Cell is short for Celeste. Sorry. But yeah. That is the truth. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I'm struggling to come to grips with this revelation myself. And it's my own name. I have a feeling it feels like we can never lose. Until today. Am I about to... Am I about to cause a couple to divorce? That would be kind of funny. Why did I say that? I just kind of like started speaking it and not thinking. I don't know how I didn't notice that. Very cool name. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, the shorthand style wasn't even really my idea. It just kind of like stuck with a lot of people. Yeah, everyone just calls me that as well. IRL, yeah. He doesn't feel like I lost. Okay, cool. The couple is still happy, and I get the satisfaction of victory. Win, win, win. I don't know who the third win is in this scenario, but what matters is everyone is happy. Oh, little guy. I want little guy, even though I didn't want to. Inspired by a certain fighting game, would you come to it in another way? Gosh, what? How? Like, I mean, yes, at least partially, but I think I don't know. Sometimes you just like, you know, sometimes certain things just kind of like pop into your head and just stick. What is the deal with Pokemon moves and missing? I wish percentage chances were real. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. What is Phanpy? Has Phanpy always been like a hard Pokemon to catch? What the heck? Yeah. I mean, you know how it is when you've like. No, yeah, I get that completely. It happens when choosing my name. Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how it is with like you're looking for a name for like yourself or like a fictional character. You go into like go into like name generator, or maybe, or you just like think of all the names in your head and one just sort of like feels right, I guess. That's kind of like... Peppy does have a super hard catch rate for a first stage Evo. I mean, I guess that's the only explanation, yeah. Not like things just... Not like things in this game just happen to be super unlucky for me specifically. Nothing like that. That's not how it goes in Pokemon ever, really. Why can't I escape? The escape key on my keyboard is broken. There we go. I need to learn my lesson. I need to have my fastest Pokemon in front so that it can run away. Choosing a name is kind of like trying on shoes. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's kind of true, huh? Yeah. Is that the walking around part? Yeah. I guess you could... I guess it's like trying on a shirt. I guess... Like, it's less... It's less like the actual... You know, in-action part, like being in action with it, and more like, yeah, just like getting a vibe for it. Also, girl's name is literally Nya. There are so many things I could say about that, but I don't think I want to. I think it speaks for itself. Meow, yeah. That's basically what it is, yeah. She chose her name well. I guess so, yeah. But, you know, if I had, if I'd known that was an option, I bet. Nah, but just kidding. But still, very amusing. Nice. Yeah, I never expect the trainers to have healing items, but they, real. Yeah. Okay. Crisis over. Crisis averted. Oh no, sorry, yeah. That's what she sounds like. Imagine just having to say that in public whenever you try to refer to your good friend or partner. How would you feel if you were in that situation and then someone looked at you and said, "Good kitten." Golden Yava doesn't even have a cat Pokemon. I know, what a ripoff, actually. Is there even anything over there? Oh, it's a cave. Uh, here we go. Okay. Tanabe key. I don't have my strength Pokemon with me. Also, I think it's Nia, like Nia spelled differently, but instead it's actually... Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense, but yeah, I guess that's just the consequence of words and phrases aging. You know, humans get more wrinkly and when they age, and words, they just mean funny things or sad things. I guess there's just more, as there is more people when they grow, so there's more immersion in the words that are chosen. That's the moral of the story. Person who wants a quirky name spelled, who wants a quirkily spelled name and accidentally calls himself Meow. Oh yeah, like that. That could well be a thing. Yes, like in real life. I mean, real life video games. What's the difference? If you think about it, I don't even know myself. I don't even know why I say these things. It has absolutely happened IRL. Man. Now the question is, do I feel sorry for this hypothetical person named Nya, or do I congratulate them for their confidence in being who they want to be? A real life kitten. I make normal noises at inconvenience happenings. Probably should just use a repel or something. Alright, how do I don't need to touch that one. Prefacing this is I'm not judging at all, but the number of people called some variation of arson and obscure objects, someone must have accidentally named something similar. This like Meow or Nya or something similar. Wait, why arson specifically? What's the deal with that? Also, I just realized what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm hoping I don't mess it up somehow. Wait, no, I absolutely did mess it up, didn't I? I thought I could just move it to the side and move it up, but then I have to... Puzzles. Obscure objects and or actions. Like throw, like the Pokemon throw, essentially. Or what? Yeah, let's just get this one out of the way. Throw and Sork from Gen 5. Whose names I don't know the meaning of, but good for them, I guess. Someone must have called themselves Throw before, right? I mean, it's a big world out there, so I guess the least we could say is probably yeah. And I've just suddenly remembered a video about. Hang on, what's gonna happen here? Mysterious rumble echoed somewhere far away. Okay, cool. Just remembered, like a video of like someone searching the like. It's a screenshot of like an online name registry or something saying like there is one person named Gay Bowser, and then a screenshot later that says there are 0 people named Gay Bowser, and the video title was so long Gay Bowser. That's where. Sorry, I just draw random conclusions in my mind. 8 billion people, one person named Sork. They're out there waiting. Hopefully Gay Bowser is as well. I don't know. That felt kind of random, but I definitely the work mob got to Gay Bowser. Wait, wouldn't it be the opposite of that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the work mob going for Gay Bowser doesn't add up to me. Torchum got to Gay Bowser. Yeah, that adds up a bit more, yeah. Or alternatively, they, like, just the same, in the same vein as the, like, the newer version, like, the version of Super Mario 64 that was in Japan, and the All-Star, 3D All-Stars collection, Gay Bowser became bi, like, I can't do a Mario voice, bye-bye, like that, I don't know. In which case, good for them, honestly. I probably shouldn't have stayed out in this fight. Oh well. Intended copywriting left to Gay Bowser. If it's been copyrighted, then it's canon. Let it be known. Do you think that means they earn by? I don't know. Actually, our name's legally defended by copyright. Good question. Can I name myself Mickey Mouse or Disney beat me with hammers? I'm not sure you'd want to name yourself Mickey Mouse either way. Honestly. I'm just assuming. Are names actually defended by copyright, and if so, which ones are? I'd love to know. Also, beating you with hammer, beating you with a hammer does seem slightly over the top, but at the same time, I could somehow believe them doing that. Okay. All I need is one. All I need is one hit, and then I never have to hit again. This is the best type of Pokemon fight there is. That's fair. That's fair. I already have to work of a name. Big Mouse will probably be too far. It's Daisy love beating for hammers. Do they? I'm not familiar with that concept of that notion of that piece of knowledge of Disney specifically beating people with hammers. If anything, Nintendo would beat you with a hammer, just like the Mario Bros. Do in the hit GBA RPG Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, a game that I have very fond memories of as a child and would love to play someday. Again, love to play again. Disney arguably has a harsher copyright team than Nintendo. But that doesn't answer the question of whether they would be, you know, down with beating you with a hammer. This is getting ridiculous. That's what the copyright teams do. It is? Huh. I thought they were, like, just lawyers and stuff. I didn't know they actually had weaponry at their disposal. Oh man, now I'm really scared. Yeah, lawyers with hammers. Why do you sound excited about that as a concept? Please don't full restore. I'm gonna kill you. Oh my god. Sometimes steel chairs. And now since it's paralyzed, I can't toxic it again. I might not have thought this through as well as I should have. It's fine. Now what? I got it for the rest of your stream. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Fish. Have a good one to you as well. I'm sure you'll be having a... Oh, I landed that one. I'm sure you'll be having a better time than me dealing with this evasion spammer here. Don't get hit with hammers, practice self-care. You know, I was just thinking how great it would be to get hit with a hammer, but now that you've told me, yeah, I should probably watch out for that. Thanks, Fish. How many business days until I hit it with another attack? How many business days until it a certain move that Crobat can learn would be very much wonderfully welcome here. Hello, they call me Dexter. Can I call you Dexter? The whole they call me part seems a bit long. Anyway, I'm doing fine, I guess. I'm doing better now that after that stupid Chansey attack. You may call me Dexter. Okay. Alright. Good to know, Dex. Dexy. Dex man. Alright, just playing, but yeah. I'm playing video games today. Not really, not really, much else besides I hate coming across this trainer type. Yeah, if I was playing Pokemon, I'd be playing my Pokédexter. It's funny because it sounds like your name. Yeah. Pretty chill, not really much going on here. Not really much going on, well, enough going on mentally for me to be able to play the game and speak at the same time. What are we doing, casual playthrough? Yeah, more or less. I'm just going to the last parts of 7 Island, and then I don't know what I'll do. I don't know how much time I'll have past that. Yeah. Pretty much just a casual playthrough. This is a game that, like, yeah, this was one of, like, Gen 3 was, like, when I got into Pokemon, just I was a wee little child. I wasn't really hands-on with the games back then. I barely even read anything. barely read, let alone processed what was going on the screen. So, like, being able to experience it again like this is a fresh enough experience for me, I'd say. Yeah. That's basically what's going on. Why did that disable in the last one turn? That's weird. Oh yeah, that's universe. That's universal. I don't know what I'm doing, but CH, did you mean to type more there? Charizard is flamethrower, and that's enough for me. Yes. I hate to break it to you, but I chose I chose the quote-unquote worst one. I hope you're not too disappointed in me learning this information. That's just what that's just what I wanted to go with. I thought it was like relevant enough playing it on the playing on Leafgreen specifically. Venusaur is better than Charizard anyway. Hot takes coming from Dexter over here. But yeah, I don't know, I guess I didn't really, think to, you know, compare them against each other too much. I just like a lot of things, and I don't dislike a lot of things, or I try not to. What's the deal with this one? Charizard is cool, and all Venusaur got is Leaf Speed and Sport. Sport just easier. Yeah. I guess that's like, you know, when you look at it from like a critical eye, you realize that grass is like basically a worse version of water because it has more weaknesses. But you know, there are definitely things grass can do that like other types can't, like the leech speed, like the leech seed and spore stuff. That's um, pretty useful in some scenarios, I'd say. I currently have um, yeah, I might as well just show you the way I have. No, I didn't mean to. I was smashing through the buttons. I didn't mean to switch it out right now. Well, I guess I can give you a live demonstration. I can just. The name of the game is Outstall the Staller if I can actually land an attack. But my water has the advantage that is called Surf and not being weak to Earthquake. Yeah. Charizard's not weak to Earthquake, but yeah. Like literally, no other water type move matters. Just just Earthquake it and you're good. I mean, in general, yeah. Well, that's the other thing as well, is that you just like you have six slots on your team to address that glaring issue. So really, like you could really you just pick the one you like and then just go from there. So meta aside, what's your favorite Pokemon in Gen 1 to 3? I like, you know, I guess, I don't know about, like, aesthetics or, like, you know, I mean, basically, I have, a couple answers. Yeah, mostly just, like, Pokemon I have, like, you know, not anything I, like, am married to, like, aesthetically, more just, like, stuff that I have fond memories of, and maybe a little bit of aesthetic as well. So, when I was a kid, I had Pokemon Ruby, and then I I managed to get a level 100 Sceptile, and Kid and me just had a lot of fun just tearing through all the everything in the game with this one Sceptile. And then one day, my sibling and I had the idea to trade starters, like trade our starters, essentially making a new game and trading starters just to get the Pokédex entry. But then I accidentally saved over that file with the level 100 Sceptile, and it made me very upset. But it was fun while it lasted, I guess. So yeah, Sceptile cool, Sceptile very stylish and cool. I also like Crobat. I unintentionally made a habit of having a Crobat, like, in most of the games I played since, Sceptile's cool for sure, yeah. I don't even know how Sceptile stands in, like, proper, like, you know, meta or anything like that. I just like, yeah, I just think he looks cool. But yeah, I also like Crobat. I use Crobat a lot in a lot of the other games I played. It's very fast and can do these moves, I guess. Crobat is very valid, plus AF and can toxic. Yes. I mean, even if I had multiple toxic TMs, I just kind of wanted that wasn't the purpose I was building this Crobat for specifically. But yeah. Let's try one value, please. Yeah. might have picked the worst Pokemon I could have to deal with this, threat. Might have picked the second worst Pokemon to deal with this threat, but we'll see in a second. Okay, cool. It doesn't. It either doesn't know a rock move or it's just too stupid to use it. Either way. So, like, something I've realized about, you know, going from the newer games to Gen 3 specifically, I was, like, racking my brain over which Pokemon I wanted to build a team around. And in the process, I kind of realized that the move pools are kind of, like, bad compared to nowadays. My favorite Pokemon looks-wise is Durangard. Sunshine goes hard, combat-wise, it's Malamar contrary. That's very good choices. I don't remember which one Durangard is. I admittedly did not finish Sword and Shield. I kind of tacked on more than I could chew with that one. I forgot Durangard is... Oh, Durangard is German name, Aegislash. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, it's not it's not because I misremembered something, okay. Durangard's not a bad name. German jump scare. Oh my goodness! A German in the... I know where I was going with that bit, but... But, cool. Well, greetings, German. No, that sounds bad when I put it that way. Yeah. Yeah, Aegislash I'm familiar with. Greetings, Earthling. Oh my gosh. Implying that's... implying that's Germany and Earth are different places. I almost forgot what the country that Germans come from is called. I think I'm losing my grip on reality. Pardon me. Yeah, and also, in case you didn't pick up on it, I am Australian. Good day, mates. Shrimp on the Barbie and whatnot. You familiar with the Pokemon Breloom? Yeah, I like Breloom. The mushroom head guy who fights. Yeah. I like its ability Tactician. That's the one that, like, boosts low power moves, right? I might not remember every little thing about the Pokemon's, like, mechanics-wise at least, because yeah, I have so many other games to keep myself occupied with. That's the brain can't. I can't dedicate that much brain space so readily. But yeah, well, okay. Well, here's a 60% give 50% damage. Right, yeah, that one, yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, I guess I never used to give, like, uh, low base stat Pokemon that much credit. Um, but you know, uh, I like to think I'm a little older and wiser now. You just see all the freaking Charizards and the Landorus's and blah 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 blah. You forget that you forget how many other Pokemon have good things going for them. William's a heavy hitter in Gen 3, sadly power creep got his ass. Suppose, yeah. Unfortunate reality that for games with ever-growing rosters. Yeah. At the very least, I suppose you could say that they didn't take anything away from breathing. That's how I try to think of it, I guess. I like having a positive outlook on life. Is this a house in which I can rest? I've trekked a fair amount of ways away. Who are you? What are you doing? Okay, I guess I'm going along with this now. Oh. I mean, could have just given me a bed or something, but I guess it's the same. It's different means to the same end. Are you also a trainer? Just give it the best possible advantage to become the strong. I don't want to lose anyone. Anyway, Contrary Malamar is my goat. Contrary makes it so that lowering and increasing effects are softs. I then give it post-combat Contrary go 5 waves attack from defense, which turns into an increased treat Contrary. Yeah, that's that's crazy that you're just allowed to do that. That you're just allowed to just do that. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think I've always I haven't really like dabbled much into the competitive scene myself. I think I've mainly just been too intimidated to. Yeah. I feel like you know, when you prop up like big, like when you prop up a select few, like a few select big meta game choices, you kind of rub the game of any nuance. And oh, and that sand, and they sand me and lower accuracy. Thanks for the accuracy boost. People would still use sand attack in competitive. I don't. or just in general. I don't know. Yeah. But if I can, I don't know. Thank you for the sales pitch to Pokemon Champions. I will take this information in stride. No, I'm not playing competitive. I just really like it when stuff sends me a lot of my stats. Oh, okay. I don't remember if you saw before that stupid Chansey that kept minimizing was getting on my nerves. I don't really have an answer to that just yet, and it's annoying that that's the reality that I live in. For some reason I thought, like, for some reason I thought Contrary was like a hidden ability for Malamar, and hidden abilities are hard to come by. I might be misremembering. I haven't, like, played Pokemon this frequently in a while. Not like an age, just a while. Do you have Swift or Aerial Ice? Those don't get to accuracy minimize, they just get on less protects. Yeah, I don't have that on my team. Initially, what I was thinking of, I put way too much thought into building my team, essentially. Initially, what I thought I'd do was, like, wait for Crobat to learn Haze and just kind of counter it like that. But, yeah, I also don't really have a lot of room to play around. I do value some of these moves. But yeah, I did consider that, yeah. That works also, yeah. Okay, this is gonna get super grating if I have to do the dance every time instead of just sleeping in a bed or just talking to someone in a house. But yeah. There was some thought put into this, just maybe not the most amount. My Snorlax isn't in here right now, but apart from that, the team is a bit specially oriented. But I don't think I haven't had too many problems as a result of that, thankfully. Where am I? Tenebee Ruins goes left and right. To be fair, you got good stat coverage. Kind of, but also back to that whole being specially oriented type of thing. Like, I guess I was hoping I could fit some room for, like, someone a bit more defense oriented, but it's fine. Dilford Chamber. What kind of a name is that? Okay, I'm guessing this is where they bust out the unknown, yeah. Not like PvE forces you to strategize, just get your nukers and eat them alive. Yeah, I guess maybe I was just overthinking it, but you know, the main problem would be, like, the super over-leveled ones that would give me the most, that would give me a bit of trouble and force me to have to think about what I'm doing. But yeah, the movesets don't really, from what I've noticed, the movesets don't really give you a whole lot of nuance in this game. I don't, but yeah, I remember the Elite Four having a bit of a level curve, so I definitely had to buckle down a little bit for that one. When you got Venusaur and Lapras as tanks, Mr. Mime can use like stuff like Light Screen setup. Yeah, that's... I actually have Mr. Mime specifically has like frickin' like it's actually Calm Mind and Baton Pass, but so kind of similar, but not really. That was something I thought was like would be like a unique thing to have. and it does help with most of the team having some use for special stats. Yeah. The last time I really planned so meticulously in building a team was back in was like back in Sun and Moon. I I kind of just picked the Pokemon I thought would be a vibe, and it didn't turn out so well. I had. Did you know Thunder always hits when rains? Yes, that is precisely why I have both those moves set up for Lapras. It also helps that you know, it's my backup water coverage if I for some reason can't get Venusaur running, because you know, what's non-effective water gonna do against a bulky thing like this? It also has water absorb. I haven't had many chances to use it, but yeah. What's your deal? If it is teaching me how to paint. Alright. My last few experiences with Smeargle tell me it could have literally anything in its moveset. I forgot that it could have that as an ability. That was my failing as a Pokemon player. Is it literally just quick attack? Is that all it knows how to do? Oh my gosh. I didn't... I actually didn't think it would be smart enough to try that. I was gonna say, I don't think Smeargle doesn't learn anything except Sketch, but I still am surprised to see some of these moves on a Smeargle. Just get it over with already, come on. Intro being noisy here. Weep. Is this like... Are they just telling me, like... So they just put letters together and assign each unknown to the specific letters? That's interesting that they did that. What are these runes called? Lip 2. There's 2 O's. I don't think... Well, I don't... Of course I don't remember. It was a long time since I last played this game, but I don't think that is a D. My entire theory goes right out the window. Anyway, as I was saying, it's been a long time since I played these games, but I don't remember if I need to do anything specifically in these chambers. This is a big... I don't trust you not to be a trainer. Hang on. Mystic Pokemon is said to sleep inside here. When they say mystic, they could mean a whole bunch of things. Like they could just mean something weird, like the unknown. But they, like, you know, that's the same description you give to legendary Pokemon. And from what I remember, at least, I don't think there should be any legendary Pokemon in here. They don't have that many to go around, and they're not gonna like just throw it in here of all places. Gen 3's legendaries are built different. I don't specifically remember how you mean in that regard, but Renine Chamber. Nope. You know the Gen 3 legendaries don't want to spell. Yeah, I do remember that much. I like the Groudon, Kyogre, etc. And yeah, those ones are cool. I like them. Yeah, these are just the I just wanna Rayquaza is slightly overpowered. Slightly. Just like, just a little smidge. But, yeah. Still very cool though. I just want to double check if there's anything to do in here. I don't really have it in me to capture every excuse me. I don't really have it in me to capture every single unknown, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything glaringly obvious. Huh. I guess I'm just not... I guess I'm just not educated enough to not know that they were named after plants. Military Change is a valid location index. It is never used as a Pokemon map location, so defaulting to a specific change in there. I can also see the layouts of the changes if that means anything. Yeah, as far as I know, it might just be a place to get the unknown, in which case, I'm not gonna do all that. The journey was fun while it lasted. Sure, I forgot I gotta go. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Dexter. Good luck, have fun. Alright, I guess with all that out of the way, I might as well do the only other things I think I can do on this, in this weird world of ours. It'd probably be more prudent of me to actually search for this online, but I also want to know if a certain something that I am familiar with is going to happen immediately or not. Yeah, I'm not gonna complete that. Let me put this up again. Okay, so apparently I just need to walk in the grass a little bit. I swear I'm going somewhere with this. I think. I'm trying to go somewhere with this. I'm always trying. And that's all you can ask of me, really. Where is anything? Where's my mind? It's like the song. Oh boy, I sure do love having a nice, peaceful run through the grass in peace, without a care in the world. If I just... Okay, maybe the repels are actually not as good idea as good of an idea as I thought. Okay. Wait, no, hang on. Okay, I'm just trying to... I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. A lot of things in life, really, but this specifically. If I... Yeah, I don't see where it is. Hang on. I'm trying my best. I don't know what I'm doing. End of sentence. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Probably a lot. Hang on. do like how you can see the... I don't know how to trigger this, I don't know how to trigger this specifically. I think it's not happening here for a reason. Okay, I think it's just luck. Based on what I'm seeing here. Which is... Okay. Once I get this out of the way, it'll be fine. Trying to build up the air of suspense, even though if you've played this game or are familiar with the goings on in this game, you probably know what I'm doing, and I want you to know that I'm trying my best. I don't understand what the speed of certain Pokemon translates to, like, the movement of each Pokemon, how it translates to how it occurs mid, you know, in action, essentially. What are the odds that I've just, like, completely... just gotten super unlucky and just missed it unintentionally? There are a good 20-something routes in Kanto, and they decided I have to roll a 1 in 20, like, roll the odds between all of those areas just to make this happen. I guess I can reminisce on how it felt like to go through all these locales, all the way back then. It was. I will say it's very different. I am. The journey has changed a lot, and and the drugs have changed me more. I don't do drugs. That was a bit. I don't know why. I have autism, and I hold people to that standard, and I have to. And I have to clarify. Each time I joke about something a little edgy or a little like uh, like not in character, I have to make sure that the people know. As far as I know, I'm doing this correctly, but this is just the experience, I suppose. Could also just be doing this wildly wrong. Like a lot of things I've done in the past. At least that's how some would put it. I am some. It's me. That's the name I've been hiding from you this whole time. I am the societal demon that puts pressure on you and makes you feel self-conscious about yourself. It's me. I'm sorry to reveal this to you. It had to happen sometime. The trail was getting hotter as we speak. So I thought I'd just reveal you now, like a dramatic Scooby-Doo reveal, save you the trouble, and go out on my own terms. You may have noticed that there's a bomb underneath your chair. Made you look, didn't I? What's that? You weren't sitting in a chair? Go find one. You have 10 minutes to disarm the non-existent bomb you don't see under your chair. And the only way to do that is to write a poem on how you feel about the Sapphire Cell stream experience. Correct answers only. There I go again, putting more societal pressure on you to get your facts straight and conform in a way that only the most judgmental of standards would be accepted. Leave it on my desk and I'll deal with it later. God, this is taking a while. You might be wondering why I wanted you to not speak, but write your feelings in poem form. I just want to be entertained. If the poem's not entertaining enough, if it doesn't have any sort of rhyming structure, the rhyming structure can be whatever you want. I'll give you that, but I will say, this is a selfish request, and thus I'm going to hand it down to you selfishly. That's just how effed up and evil I am. I'm so evil I don't even say the F word. I want to be cartoonishly evil, like, I want to be cartoonishly evil, like You know, like a Batman villain, like a old cartoony Batman villain, and not like a real estate mogul or a landlord. Those guys just kind of suck. They give the rest of us a bad name. But I'm here. I feel another sneeze coming on. Shame I can't find sneeze all in this game. Tell me the sneeze was cute. Just for my sake. Try to think about how I feel for once. I am wasting my time. What business would I have doing this? After having completed the game, what business would I have doing this? Like, running through grass, specifically. If I realistically had enough Pokemon to proceed with the next part of the game, and nothing else. Like, I wouldn't want to just, like... Why would I want to just catch them all, you know? I guess if nothing else, the 7 Island detour was worth it just to see my character do the Chansey dance. Chansey dance, my beloved. The best use case out of the Sevi Islands in particular was getting all the items I could get and all the opportunities I could get to get more Pokemon. Not that it amounts to much in this economy. Boy, I sure do wish I could... Well, I could manually sort the items, but that's boring. This is gonna be the most stream of all time, until something actually happens, in which case I will actually scream and cry and poop all at the same time. And if it's anything less, you're free to flame me in whatever way whatever matter you find necessary. Notice how there's the top part of the pixels on the tree, the two dark little blotches there, they look like eyes. And I guess I guess based on how you look at it, the thing below its eyes, like the other layer of the tree, is like a nipple. We make our own fun here. Yeah. Fun. That's the one. That's the word I'd use. Low-key kind of diabolical that it's it's impossible to get uh, all three of a select three type of Pokemon from like a choice you made. So you have to find like you need to find two friends specifically who made those different choices in a series of games that comes in two flavors and should only be designated by those two flavors. Why'd I call them flavors? I'm not gonna eat Pokemon Leafgreen. I don't think it'd taste like anything green. Although, I will say, I've been running through these leaves so much I could practically taste them. Or I would expressly believe that my character could. Um, I'm gonna one-hand this, not in that way. That's a better place to look, actually. I'm actively reading game facts. This is my, this is a trade secret they don't want you to know about. Why do they... Wait. No, this isn't correct. No, I liked the thing I was doing before. I'm getting conflicting information. I don't know if that's, Man. I wish I had something more to kind of, fill the air. The air is filled with oxygen. I think that's all we realistically need. I don't think that, I don't think a lot of things, but, I don't think I know. I don't remember what I was thinking before. Hence the reason I said I don't think. Also, I forgot to mention Von Watchers skip. It skip an eternity later because that's what this feels like. I was looking at the screen just to save myself from the pain, but also because I was feeling kind of lazy. There is a chance, there is a reason, there is a rhyme to all of this, I think. If I just do this the same thing each time, it's like what Einstein said. Insanity. It's about doing things over and over again. Let me put this back on the screen. Let me lie down and stretch a little. Let me live. Please let me live. I've been so good this year. Yeah. You know, really all of the Pokemon are gonna have a very indeterminate amount of time taken to find them. Because that's just the nature of luck. I'm so glad that this is a non-issue in the later games. That is, finding Pokemon solely on luck, because you can just kind of like see them out in the open. Really is no. I really wish there was a foolproof way of what what I'm doing. I don't know about max repels, but I was feeling a little lazy. It happens more often than you think. Really not a lot of connecting tissue between some of these regions. Makes me wonder how a Pokemon, how a bitch is supposed to get to where they're going. I should remember to get some of these. I also have to wonder whether flying was it. Alright, save. Even though I haven't absorbed an amount of money, I'm still too greedy to let go of it. Alright. I do kind of enjoy the notion of Pokemon exclusively being in tall grass, because it's like some of them you'd be able to see very easily, even if they were in tall grass, because they're taller than the grass, and some of them would probably eat or burn the grass down if they had the chance. That's how it usually goes. How am I going with the fame checker? I want to see real quick. Who's... Wait. Why am I not getting... I feel like I'm missing some, crucial information here. Is it because I didn't talk to literally every single person and object there is? In any case, I'm probably not gonna bother with that either. This is about the time where I just watch a funny YouTube video or play a phone game while I very deftly use my fingers the way they were meant to on a controller in a claw grip. I'm not gonna play a Pokemon game with a control stick. What do you take me for? Alright. That very well, very well could have missed it just then. I sure hope no one sees what I'm doing in the dead of night. That's private time. You're not allowed to look for that, look at that, look through that even. Not allowed to behold the secrets I keep in the night. There's nothing to do with dead bodies or anything, I promise you. See, it's like a double meaning because, like, I'm saying it as a bit, but it's also true. I don't know, man. I'm trying my best to find a very specific Pokemon. I'm trying my best to use the methods described to me, but the way it's kind of like designed intrinsically leaves a lot to be desired. All I see are the wires in my microphone, the screen in front of me, and the pain in my heart. What's that? You say you can't see it? Well, it's real to me. And it's real in a way that you wouldn't understand, because you're not me. I'm saying if I were you, tell me what you do. I think it'll be with you without you, cause you're not me. Instant copyright takedown. I don't think I've vented about this on stream yet. The Pokemon episode where I battled the Elite Four had a random frickin' the VOD getting muted part. I didn't think anything was done out of the ordinary. I just kind of did. I just kind of played the game. Like, was there something wrong with the game audio, or did I accidentally sing a little ditty that constituted like 5 to 10 minutes of lost audio? It's times like this where I realize it's probably a good idea for me to take the next step in proper streaming etiquette and record all of these and upload them in their fullest form. But if it happened on Twitch, I don't think YouTube would take kindly to it either. It could also just be an AI flub, and there's really nothing I can do about that except for expedite the downfall of AI by telling people not to use it and not using it myself, and calling down a flood onto the data center. They want water, I'll give them plenty of water. Brings the entire building, the entire data center under flood, and I'll somehow contain it, the flood, entirely within the bounds of that data center, and none of the surrounding buildings and infrastructure, just that one. Just make my own little water bubble. Make the world's largest bubble, put it in a bubble. The AA bubble can occupy its own bubble. Have to be a pretty big bubble, but this is a bubble, bubble, bubble. My bubbles. I feel like roaming legendaries should be banned. Like, I guess it's ironic for me to be saying that in a game that came out in 2004. 2004. I got my TH and F enunciation mixed up for a second there. Happens sometimes. Anyone have any ideas for a drinking game? Anyone have ideas for a fun time? Anyone have ideas for a fun time? Oh, sorry, I completely missed all those messages from Tabby Cat. Hello. Wait, you can get a what? Sorry, I'm just sorry. I need to go back into people speaking mode. I'm rambling right now. I'm just biding time while I try to catch a roaming legendary in this game, and I have no idea of any better method to do than this. Sorry, I must have sounded like an insane person to you. I'm just shiny hunting. The immediate thought crossed my mind of how do you want to bet who do you want to bet who will get their target first? But I feel like the odds are going to be skewed in some manner, but I don't know which one. Anyway, sorry again for my insane ramblings. I really just kind of let myself go there. But now that I have someone listening into this insanity, am I shiny hunting the roaming? No, I'm not that insane. I'm just a little bit stubborn, not insane. Not insanely stubborn. I guess you might be wondering what the point is if I'm not even gonna do that much, but to that I say, I don't know. I just kind of like having these things be done, being left, not being undone, left undone. Just ticking the boxes, writing the letters, keeping the letters in check. Also, you're gonna want something with Arena Trap. Spoiler alert, I'm just gonna use the Master Ball. I don't have the patience to do all that. I was gonna make a whole bit about it, but like, yeah, I know how roaming legendaries work, and I'm not, like, I know how roaming legendaries work aside from the part where I actually find it before having any inclination as to where it could possibly be. But I'm not putting myself through that much. As I said before, I am only a little bit insane. Pretty sure they can run before you throw the ball, but I'm not sure about that though. Thanks for putting the idea in my head. I kind of assumed that, you know, all items just had like maximum amount of priority in Pokemon, but yeah, if that's the case, then I think I might be just screwed. I don't want to imagine a reality where that is a thing that can happen. I can't help but think I'm doing something wrong somehow. But I did check the old game facts. I checked a couple websites, and like, if I have to just reset the area, this is like probably among the more convenient places to do it, right? I don't know. I also have autism, and I don't pick up on like cues. I don't know if how much that has to do with reading game facts or anything. That's just could be in a different patch of grass. Are you are you sure that's how that works? I'm resetting because I don't want to. I'm cheap and I don't want to buy more repels. Um, do they selectively? Do they are they that selective about the grass? Oh, and my flashbacks are just like literally, literally just me buying the stupid things I needed. Oh my gosh. Not 100%. Um, I would like. It would be nice to have, um, you know, to have that a guarantee before. I don't know, like, knowing information as like a guarantee, as a guaranteed thing. I don't know, but I guess I can't really blame anyone for that. Anyway, I thought I read somewhere that they like. Well, I'm not sure. I thought I read somewhere that they can. That they only really move to adjacent areas unless you fly. That seems like hell. Like I don't want to have to abandon this patch of grass that's like 2 steps away from the area transition. What are you shiny hunting for, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just gonna. I pretend the bicycle is actually a motorbike. And I pretend that the motorbike is capable of ramping off a toppled built skyscraper and landing safely on another toppled skyscraper. It makes it feel more fun. Not naming any specific scenarios there. Totally not at all. Why would I do that? I can also have a gun while on the motorcycle. Once again, we make our own fun here. I also don't know if it has any different animations or music, like when you actually encounter it. I don't remember this part of the game from when I played it as a child, so that's that's one aspect of that I'm missing, I think. Oop. Kanto is not a huge place. I guess I never really thought about the scale of each Pokemon region relative to each other. I guess you could count the pixels, like on the, you know, on the entire map. A little harder to do for the 3D ones, but yeah. That's just me thinking aloud. I have Wonder, so I need to check some. Wonder? I don't know what you mean by that. There might be a mechanic I've forgotten about, but yeah, that's totally fine. You're not beholden to anything I'm doing or whatever. Um, or are you just wondering about something and you need to check, you need to like fact check it? I don't know. I have autism. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but yeah. I was wondering about something related to the hunt, the shiny hunt, or uh, is is this some sort of clandestine ritual or something? I don't know, the way the way you're phrasing this uh, brings questions if you didn't know the context behind it. I have the context behind it, and the way you're describing it makes me wonder if there's context that I missed, or just like, or it's just what it is. I suddenly miss playing Monster Hunter. The word hunt just kind of like reminded me of it in a roundabout way. I wish I was playing Monster Hunter instead of doing this. I wish I was doing most things besides doing this. But I gotta do it because I'm a gamer, and gamers get it done. It being like a, you know, a context-sensitive term, but why is my eye kind of ache? It's not, it doesn't feel normal. Maybe not ache, maybe it's just sore. There's a sensation in it that's not comfy. I might be oversharing, but arguably that's what streaming's supposed to be like. That's what having it being like having an online presence is like. I mean that's my impression of it. Or maybe this is the feeling of my eyes going square. That doesn't. I've spent most of my life behind screens, so I feel like It's, well, most of my waking hours at least. You know, people need their... Actually, no, the percentage of the time spent sleeping is not the percentage of the time in the whole day. I actually do, so, like, maybe I do. Maybe I do spend more time behind screens than anywhere else. If I was napping on the couch where the TV is, would I be behind a screen still? Not sure what the semantics of that are. Or maybe I'm just being an asshole about it. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. The years keep going by. I grow older along the years, and this experience doesn't change, but it makes me feel old. I think I'm starting to get a migraine. That's not good. This is a very normal reaction to have to react to that kind of luck. Feels like some of these sounds might have a little bit might have a little bit of overlap. The Pokemon cries. I don't know. I should be crazy talking. I need to sit down and listen to all the Pokemon cries. I'm kind of curious how they programmed the newer ones as opposed to the older ones, because they kind of like different age technology. Okay, I feel my eyes going square. I feel my eyes messing with me as I look at the dirt path next to me. Um... I was smart, I'd probably save after I equipped the bicycle. We get a little wiser every day. Maybe if I fly once, it'll reset the position just rightly enough to where I can find it in the place I want to find it, essentially. I also don't know how many times I should go back and forth to reliably make sure I find this Pokemon. Oh, wait. This is the sound of someone losing their mind very quickly. Almost as quickly as the wheels turn on a bicycle. I have to wonder if it would be more reliable to just like fly to a new location, or just fly to the same location, or just fly away from this world in a blaze of glory. Also very possible that in trying to make the Pokemon spawn closer, I just made it want to go further away. I don't know, I can't verify the reliability of how revving legendaries work between each generation. All I know is pain. At least I have video games to fill the void. Until the video games themselves bring me pain. In which case I don't know what to do with myself, honestly. Oh well, we'll figure it out on the fly. I'm actually starting to see the squares that divide each patch of grass. Is it? Am I? I need to check that. Am I cooked? I don't think the game meant for me to just uncover its secrets like that. And now I've just given up. I'm not even saying anything. I would tell you the definition of insanity. Do we really want all games to be just like the odd ones? I know there's at least a couple things I don't want to keep. Or parts of the games. Had to make sure that I was actually getting picked up by the mic. It was very important to me. Might not be very important to you, but it's very important to me. And let me tell you, that it's, I know importance when I see it. Take back everything I ever said about what hell looks like. Because I think I found something worse than whatever it was before. I don't know why the bike is as thick as the space between my eyes. And bigger than my hand. No, it's a distance thing. It's a distance POV thing. They actually did a very good job on the sprite work for this. Suddenly having flashbacks of bikes in other games. I have better things to do, I think. And I'll get to them eventually, I think. I like to have aspirations for the future, but not big ones that I don't think I can really accomplish on my own. All these other routes are separated by so much space and so much grass. Anyway, let's just see how this one goes. These two guys just standing there is like going to be the bane of my existence. Also, a fatal flaw in my meticulous planning is that there were in fact some Pokémon that can I'm breaking it up a little bit. I'm giving us some new tunes to listen to on our road to insanity. I actually have the repel activated. I think so. Okay. Let me just properly foolproof this method. Somehow. Alright, hang on. I just remembered something I forgot to do. I'll probably do it later. I think I should just, like... Choose the fastest URL. if it's right on the money, then it shouldn't. Then it shouldn't like stop me from doing what I want, right? Yeah, right. I wonder if the roaming legendaries could like run across the water. I know at least one should be able to, but it seems kind of silly for the other ones to do that as well. That's not what I meant to do. I guess I can try the different patches of grass. Like, I guess. I gotta be all like whining about, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that. They did eventually. You gotta have a bit of experience before such and such. I have in fact gone to using a joystick to move in a 2D game. Sacrilege, I know. It's starting to feel more comfortable in my hands. You know what I said before, but I really do gotta emphasize why we have to go through this, why are we still here just to suffer. I'm doing the throaty voice because I've given up on it, on trying to upkeep everything else in my life. For some reason doing this voice makes it a little no, I think the short breathedness is just a natural occurrence of me like streaming for as long as I do. It has happened before. The joystick is actually so comfortable to use in this scenario. Is this just the hidden agenda I've been missing? Is this how it's always been? Chance, yeah. Okay, buddy. Really had to rub that one in, yeah. Let it simmer for a little bit. You know how it do. Now my mind's going back to Hollow Knight. I remember playing Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight was fun. Still need to play Silk Song. That's kind of unrelated, but I like to picture myself in places where I feel like I can have the fun. Didn't mean to go into the menu again. She kind of looks like a plum. My mind's gone. My mind's gone down the drain. Bye bye. Hello. Goodbye. Wait. It went away just like my hopes and dreams. Something Undertale. Another game I should play at some point. Feels like it's definitely, I don't know, something weird going on with the saturation in, some of these Pokemon sprites. Could just be me there. I'm going back to using the D-pad. This is how Have all D-pads just been this uncomfortable? And commentary's gone. Oh, that was it, huh? Uh, me throat. It got feeling gunk. E. Going back here. Yeah, I'm tired, boss. I'm gonna... I'm just gonna leave this for now. Yeah, I think the emotional strain of doing this kind of like took all the wind out of me, really. So I'll I don't know. I'll take the wind further away. Okay, I'm cooked. I'm just gonna stop speaking now because whatever comes out of my mouth isn't gonna get much better than that. See ya. Like, for Q&A.